Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to do a custom. Now I've got this Skystriker. Most of the pieces I have now, there's a few things I have to get when I started this video, but at the end of the video you'll see that I have found them. I've got the Canopy I need to get. There's a few other pieces underneath that we'll get later on, but first we've got to take it apart, get the stickers off, clean it up, paint it. Well, let's take it apart first. I may use the huge sticker that you see, the Cobra sticker underneath, because yes, we are changing this up. You can see I'm missing a cover there for the back landing gear. We got to take it apart because the latch that opens the landing gear and pulls out the wings, it's kind of sticking a little bit, and I think that there's probably an issue with the spring with the cover of the landing gear. So I'm going to take this screwdriver. It takes a small Robinson screwdriver, and you'll notice that there is I'll just show you what the tip looks like here first. So I'm going to take the screw out of the front, and the screw for the front is different than the rest of the screws. You'll see it's much longer, so we don't want to mix that up and put that in a different place when we put it back together. We want to make sure that we use the short screws for all the other areas that we screw them into. Pull this apart and see what's going on inside. I was always curious to see how this mechanism worked. And here it is. Slides up and down. It's kind of, like I said, it's difficult to get back, but I think it's the spring, or it ends up being the spring, that is kind of rusted. And the other landing gear didn't even have a spring, I don't believe. Yeah, it's missing the spring. So we'll have to fix that, replace the spring. I've got other parts downstairs in my parts bin. This piece just is held together with one screw, so we'll take that apart, take everything out, and get it ready to clean. The nose cone is, or the nose, it's just a piece of rubber stuck in there. So this was one of my first G.I. Joe vehicles that I got years ago, and I'm going to use this plastic cover to put all the stickers on, because I'm going to be using most of the stickers, although I'm going to make some custom stickers for it. But yeah, this was one of my first vehicles that I got as a kid. I remember seeing it in the Sears catalog. I think it was 83, 84, and I got it for Christmas, and it was like the best thing ever. I remember playing with it constantly. It was, you know, it was one of the biggest toys I had ever gotten. I did have the aircraft carrier later on, the USS Flag, but this was the biggest toy that I had back then when this came out. Interesting enough, there is actually a sticker. There was a sticker underneath that sticker. That's kind of cool. Anyway, there is the stickers that I'm going to reuse. I'm going to throw the screws into some, because they're pretty rusted, I'm going to throw them into some vinegar, let them sit for a few hours, and I'll see if I can clean off that rust, which it actually does come out pretty clean later on. There it is. So here, now that we have the stickers off, it's pretty dirty. What happens is the edges of the stickers, the stickiness, it collects all the 40 years of dirt and dust and just becomes disgusting and dirty. You can clean that off. I've done it in the past. I'll show you another video where I keep the vehicle the way it is, but I just clean around the stickers without trying to ruin the stickers, and I clean all the dirt around it. But here we've got everything pretty clean, but we need to get all the stickiness off. And what I like to use is naphtha, which is just Coleman fuel that you can buy at a hardware store. I usually buy it in big, huge tins because I like to use it for when I'm fixing instruments too. I fix musical instruments, as I said in my last video. So I use this for fixing musical instruments, cleaning them. It's safe on most finishes, and it's safe on even bare wood because it evaporates faster than alcohol. It also cleans off stickiness on plastic, and it's safe on plastics. So I use this stuff a lot, so I always buy a lot of it. So with a little bit of elbow grease, I end up getting all of these parts pretty clean. Took me a long time though, holy cow. This is a big vehicle, there's a lot of stickers on it. It also cleans the oil off the plastic too. It makes it ready for paint. But usually after I use the naphtha or lighter fluid you can use too, I usually give it a soap and water bath. But the naphtha takes any oils or anything off of it from years and years of play, and from your fingertips too. So pretty soon we're going to get ready to prime this. I like to prime everything first, and then I'll paint it. So there they are, everything's all nice and clean, ready to go, taken apart. All the screws and the springs are de-rusted. So if you don't know already, this is going to be a Dreadnok vehicle, and we're going to use some of the classic color palettes that they used. This is one of the color palettes, which I'm not using this one. I'm using this color palette. I know it's the worst one, but I think I managed to find the colors right off the store shelves, just using Rust-Oleum. And I didn't get a shot of any of my painting. I must have lost that footage. So here we go. I'm going to make my own footage for you with background spray sounds. So here it is. I used all the original stickers, made my own Dreadnok and Cobra stickers. I managed to find the size that I liked that worked with the back of the wing, so I used that size. So the reason I decided to change this Skystriker over to a Dreadnok vehicle is because these vehicles, or the original vehicles, and even some of the convention ones, are super expensive, hard to find. and I wanted to make my own so that I had some vehicles with this color palette for my displays. So this is the reason why I decided to take this Skystriker, which would have been great to have in the collection, but I wanted to do a custom. It's not really a custom, it's just a custom paint job. So there's all the stickers on one side. I did use all the original stickers, most of the original stickers. Some of them I didn't use because they were, you know, like the sticker on the wing. And the Dreadnoks didn't want to fly this thing around looking like a Skystriker because they stole it from the Joes. So they branded it with their own logos and their own colors, and that's what it looks like now. So I use this sticker paper. It's a clear. I found it on Amazon, but it's kind of thick compared to the original G.I. Joe stickers, vinyl stickers. But it still worked. They still work. They stick well. And even after a few months since I'd done this recording, they're still sticking on well. So you'll see it with pictures at the end that I took just recently. There we go. All stuck. Okay, so since the beginning of the video, I did find a Canopy. And for the parachutes, I'm going to use these, which I thought were perfect. That's Fun School, the company that did the G.I. Joes in India. They had a couple of figures that had these. Now this is the G.I. Joe one, and this is the Cobra that they used. Now I bought a bunch of these about 12 years ago for like $2 or $3 a piece on a toy store somewhere in the States. I bought every one of them that they had, including the ones that were not in the package. And I'm glad I did, because here we go. We've got, sorry for the people who like carded things, but you know, it's Fun School, it doesn't matter. For me anyway, I just think that they need to come out and be displayed. So, and I need the parachute, so I'm going to use both of these parachutes. Let's open it up and see what it looks like here. Perfect. Even has the strings attached to it like the original. And the original one was, the original Skystriker parachutes were blue and white also. So this is perfect. It's almost like they just kind of, the Dreadnoks just decided to put their Cobra logos on the parachutes. So I'm just gonna fold these up the best I can. They don't really fit in there very well. You really have to fold them like 30 times and get them all in there. So let's fold it up. And I'm going to attach the parachutes with just a blue rubber band or a blue elastic. And it should work out pretty good. And we'll put two of them in there. One for Ripper and one for whoever else wants to sit in the back if they dare to ride with them. I did use some chrome pen too to do some chrome pen details on the front. Yes, I know I have paint on the wheel. I did clean that paint up after this video once I realized that I had some paint. But yeah, inside the engine cover, I put some chrome pen in there, some chrome paint, just to kind of give it some detail where it didn't have detail in the original. And you'll see here in a second, I've used a 2004 Ripper, Dreadnok Ripper, from the 2004 Orlando, Florida convention. So it's a convention exclusive. And I think his colors work well with the jet. So if you like what you see here, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.